Hello everyone, welcome to Brainbox Nation. I'm Yusuf Musa Uba, the founder of Brainbox Nation. So in today's video, we are going to do a complete project takeoff for commercial development from start to finish. So we are going to go through the project setup. We are also going to go through how to use your own custom template. We are also going to show how to create your own custom template if you want to create some template, and we're also going to show some tips and tricks on how to fast track your takeoff, how to work faster and efficient. So this video is designed for quantity surveyors, estimators, and other construction professionals who want to improve speed, accuracy, and confidence using PlanSwift. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand how to carry out a full commercial building takeoff that is practical, structured, and ready for pricing. So make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video. And this is the plan we are going to use. You can see it is a very big commercial project, and we are all going to do that in less than 1 hour. So make sure you stay tuned to see how we are going to complete this huge commercial development quantity takeoff in less than 1 hour. Subscribe and hit the notification bell for more tutorials like this. So let's get right into the video. So here we are in PlanSwift. So we are going to start by setting up and importing our drawing. So I'm going to click on this new to add this is 2026, and this is a commercial development. And then we can add the client's name and so on, but it is confidential. I'm not going to add the client's name, so I'll just put on tutorial or YouTube tutorial. And then click next. Okay, I have a job name, commercial, and then click next. So this is the drawing. I'm going to click on this. So I'm going to change the format to true color or 356 color. You can use any of them. So I'm going to leave the 256 color, and then click on next, then click on finish. So just wait for it to convert all the drawings and then import into PlanSwift. So we are here already. You can see we have our building, our design. So I'm going to rotate the pages. I'm going to rotate this to left. Yeah, this is okay. And then I'm also going to rotate this, and then this, and then sorry. You can also do a batch rotate. You see, I can highlight from this to this, and then do a batch rotate. Going to rotate left. So you can see we have all our pages being rotated. So this is how you batch rotate your pages to save time. So you can see we have some here. You can select. I'm going to select from this. Okay, only this. Only this. Okay, let me just repeat. This is single. Then the cover page. Okay. This is 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 okay. So this is a 3D of the drawing we are going to work on. You can see. And then this is the door and window schedule on the fence. And then this is the elevation, the right and left. And then this is the rear and approach elevation. And then this is the section. And then we have the roof plan. We have the first floor plan. We have the second floor plan. So, okay. So this is what we are going to do. The first thing to do is to scale our page. As we already know, we have our custom template here. You can open one of them. We have a CSI master format, which we are going to treat that in our next video, how to use the CSI master format. We would have metric and imperial for the CSI. So if you want the imperial or the metric, you can easily check the link in the video description to get the CSI master format template. And also this template, if you are not equipped with the template, you can check the link in the video description to get the template. So here we are going to start with our site clearance. Let's see, this is our site, and I'm going to scale this page. I'm going to click on scale. Metric, it is going to be 14.936. Then click OK. So let's confirm the scale. It is correct. So this is 6 point something. So yeah, the scale is correct. Scale is correct, both vertical and horizontal. So let's do our site clearance. I'm going to click on this site clearance and then clear our site. So we have our site clearance. The next item is our trench excavation, so which we are going to use our ground floor for that. So our trench excavation, I'm just going to click on trench. I have to scale the page, yes. So let me check. I'm going to use this 25. So I'm going to click on 25 metric, 25.446. Click OK. Then from this point to this point, and then we confirm the scale. Confirm scale from this point. Yep, our scale is correct. So I'll just start my trench excavation. So you can see we only have the So you can see we only have the architectural drawing. So we are only going to use the architectural drawing to do the complete takeoff. And also concerning some of these items that we are going to measure, like the depth of excavation. How do we know the depth of excavation? So basically for this project, I've done so many projects. So I've prepared so many BOQ and this certain location. So I know the nature of the soil and so much other things concerning that area. So if you know the nature of the soil, you can easily predict from past experience on the depth of excavation. Or if you don't know, you can assume, or maybe you can talk to maybe a friend, a civil engineer, if you have to just look at your drawing and then think of the load. But it usually goes down to the nature of the soil. So you need the nature of the soil to get the average depth of excavation. So for this, I know the average depth of excavation on that certain area. So I'm going to be assuming some of those things. So I'm going to be using that based on previous project and experience. So let's continue. So this is my trench excavation. The depth, the width, going to leave it 7. The depth is going to be 1.2. Then click OK. So I'm going to start my trench excavation. This point, this point. I'll go down to this point, 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 point, I'm going to do the internal point. And then this area, I can easily copy the dimension and paste, since we have a similar length, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to measure everything again. So you can see I have all of this, all my quantities. I have my backfilling, I have my disposal, I have my blinding in trenches, I have my footing, and so on. So for this trench, I'm going to change the thickness for this. We usually use 1.05 for the footing. I'm going to click this OK. So you can see we are done with the trench excavation. So the next is the pit excavation. I'm going to turn this off. Turn this off, and then do the pit. So you can see all the areas where we have our columns. You can see all the areas where we have our column. So you can see the difference between the columns. You can see this and this are the same. So I'm going to click my pit excavation. So 1.2. That's what we usually use. It's 1.2 by 1.2 by 1.5. And then the number, if specified, I can just input the number if it is specified, but I don't know the number, so I have to count. So I'm going to click OK and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still have some, I think. Okay, we have another one here. So I think that is all. So we have 58. I'm going to click OK. And you can see we don't have our column base yet, so I'm going to double click. The thickness is this 0.03, sorry, 300. The blending, so the reinforcement is Y12, 12, spacing vertical, this over the side, this. Okay, is it top and bottom? No, it is not top and bottom, so I'm going to click OK. You can see we have our pits and the rest. So let's move to the next one, which is the block work. So just in my previous video on PlanSwift tips and tricks, which I said I don't usually use this because I'm going to reuse it later in order to save time for my superstructure. So I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use the one in Superstructure. So I'm going to go to my block work in Superstructure. You can see here I have my external. I'm going to click this. Then edit the name. Height is 1.2. The weight is 230. I'm going to edit this to FDN, foundation block work. Click OK. And then I need to turn off this and then start my measurement. So I'm going to measure the external first. External. I have a block book here. I think I can add this also to external. So I'm done with my external. I can now duplicate this. I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to measure the internal. So you can call this internal. So basically, I'm not supposed to. So I'm not supposed to separate this because the foundation block work are the same. So it doesn't matter whether it is external or internal. But the reason why I'm separating this, you're going to see it later on, because I'm going to reuse this. So I'm going to click this and then measure the internal. So you see the technique behind measuring the block work like this later in the video. So let me finish measuring this. This is consuming my time. I think that is 150. We are going to adjust it in our superstructure. So foundation, it is all 230. So we are done with our block work in foundation. So I'm going to close this and assume I'm really done with this. Then I'll move to the next item, which is the hardcore filling. So I'm going to click on the hardcore filling, click OK, and then measure my hardcore filling. So our hardcore filling is done. We have our latrite. So I'm going to click on the size. It's this thickness. Click OK. And then we have our bed. Going to measure this also. Thickness 150. Okay. We have steps. Do we have steps? No, we don't. No steps. Do we have ramp? We don't. So we are basically done with this. So I can close them. So the next is the column starter. I'm going to measure this, and we said we have 58 columns, but we have these columns. So let me turn off this. Turn this off. So you can see the columns in the veranda and the walkway are different from the ones within the building. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 of these columns. So what we are going to do now is 13, 58 minus 13, 45. So we are going to click this. Our first column is 45 number, and it is 230 by 230. And then click OK. So, and the length is 1.2. 2, 1.2, yeah, 1.2. Sorry, 1.2 is 1.2. So this is our first column, and we have another one again. So I'm going to duplicate this, and this is 13, and it is 1.2 by 0.45. So I'm going to measure the same here, 1.2. You can decide to switch the thickness in order to see it correctly. You can see, you can change this too. So you can see this is our 1.2 and this is our, this is our 0.23 and this is our 0.45. So we have our columns. So for the reinforcement, Y16, Y16, number of straight bars for projection. The band is this, and then click OK. And then our stirrup, and this, 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 and then OK. The next, we are going to do the same for the second column. 16, 16, 4, this, and this. And this cover. So the cover is So we are done with our column starter. So do we have any irregular column like circular column? No, we don't. Do we have ground beam? We don't have any ground beam. So basically we are done with our substructure. So now we move to superstructure. In the superstructure, we are going to start with lintels. So lintel, I'm going to pick the lintel. Lintel extension, yes, we have extension. And then first of all, I'm going to have a round lintel of the entire building. To this point. We have another one here. To this point. And then we have another one here. We have another one here. So basically, you can see we are done with our lintel for ground floor. So the next is the lintel for second floor. So since we are with lintel, we are going to finish everything that has to do with lintel. So here, we are going to scale the page also into 5.446. Then click OK. Then measure. Also need to confirm. It's better to always confirm your scale before you start your takeoff. So you can see our scale is correct. 4.57, 4.57. So let's measure our lintel. So I'm going to click on this, switch to this. So I want to have my lintel for for first floor. So I'm just going to click this to continue. I'm going to click this, move up to this point, to this point, this point, to this point. To this point. Then I'm going to also take this. I'm going to also take this. Then this. And this. And this. And this. We have any lintel? I think we don't, so I'm going to stop. So you can see we are done with our lintel, so I'm going to edit this. I'm going with white rough for the lintel, phone number, the cover, two side, and two side extension on OK. So the stirrup, 10, whiten, 10, basin, cover, the hook, above stirrups is error. When we go back now, you can see we have the numbers back. So click OK. So we are done with our lintel. So the next is our column. You can see. So what we are going to do here is with the column, we already have our column starter. So we are just going to go to this. I'm going to copy this and then paste. Paste same. No, I'm going to paste it as a new item. You can see I have my column starter created. I'm not going to use this because I have some information I need to add, which is not here. So I'm just showing you how you can use that. So I'm going to click on my column. I'm going to go for the first one, which we said it is 45. And then click, then click OK. Then I'm going to measure, but before we do that, okay, let's check the section first. Before we do that, and check the height of the building. So this is the section. So I'm going to scale this to 3.35. Click OK. Measure. Turn it off. OK. 35. So 45, and then click OK. And then we measure the first column, which is from this point to this point. But you know we have a beam here, so we can decide to measure from this top and then measure in this point, then stop. So this is our first column, and then click top. If you want to, you can just measure them all at once. So the next one, so I'm going to duplicate this. Duplicate. Okay, let me just fill in before I duplicate to save more time. 16. Projection. No number. Lapping. One lapping. Yeah. One lapping. So the number is okay. Click. And then 0 is 10. And facing over hook. Then click OK. So I'm going to duplicate this also. So this time around, I'm going to change this to 0. Okay, let me change this so that we can see the difference clearly. Then I will not change this to 13. Then I will measure. So I have my two columns. for superstructure. So we are done with lintel, we are done with columns, no irregular column. Then we have our roof beam. So the next is the roof beam. I'm going to move to my first floor. Click OK. Then measure my roof beam. We are done with our roof beam. No fascia. Then the next is our suspended slab. So I'm going to measure this, but I need to turn off. Okay, measure it. Suspended slab. Going to switch off this. So I have my suspended slab. I'm going to deduct this point. I'm also going to deduct the staircase. So I have my slab. And the next is my beam. I'm going to measure the beam. And this off. $150. One floor. continue or the internal. This is our beam. Then lapping. So we are done with our beam. The next is our finishing, which is our block work, both superstructure and substructure. So this is the tips and tricks which I said I'm going to show you for this. So I'm going to go back to the ground floor. I'm going to turn off this and this, and then block work. You can see this is my external block work for foundation. So I'm going to copy this and then paste as a new item. So I'm going to edit this. I'll call this external. Ground floor. Change the height to 3.35. This, okay. So there is something we need to check and remove. You can see the block work around this area. are not needed. So we are going to remove this. Okay. Going to add a point. To break this. Then move it to this point. And then move this. So you can see we removed this passage here, the block work out the passage, because we don't need it. And for the internal, this is the internal. I'm going to turn this off and then show the internals. So I'm going to copy and also paste as a new item. I'm going to call this internal block work GF ground floor on the 35. Let me confirm this in the section. Is it actually 3.35? Yeah, 3.35. Have a good memory. So now I have my internal and I have my external. So I can turn them both on and see I have my highlights. I have my internal and external walls for ground floor. So the next one is the upper floor. So what you need to understand is like everything within this area is the same and identical. The only difference between the ground floor and the first floor is just this additional area here. So what are we going to do? So you can see this applies, this applies. So we are going to copy this again. Copy, paste, new. You can see we just copied and pasted the external. So we are just going to do some little adjustment here. Let's move this, move this. I'm going to just move this entirely, this point. And also move this entirely, this point. So these are the two options that you can leverage. And then move this. This point. So we don't have a block work. Okay, we have a block work. We are going to just deduct the opening there. And then the external, I still have this. So you can see we have our external. So the next is to copy our internal also. I'm going to copy this and then paste as a new section here. So here I'm going to change this to FF, not GF. FF. So this is also FF. So for the internal, you can see this is my internal. So I'm going to move this to this point right here. It's better. So you can see I have all my internal ready. So the only thing left out is this. So let me turn off the beam. So let's look at our block work. So you can see we have everything. The only thing left out is this. So all we need to do is just to add it. So we can decide to add it as internal or external. So I'll just add it as part of external. This is external. Click. Then this. And then click stop. So you can see within a few minutes we have our block work for ground floor, first floor, both internal and external ready. So we are done with that. So the next is our floor finish. So what I usually do with this floor finish, since already I have my site, which is the floor area for the concrete bed, I have the suspended slab. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to concentrate on the finishing type. I have all the square area. So you can see here, the finishing here is going to be different with the finishing here. And I have everything here. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to measure this. After I measure this, so whichever quantity I have, whatever quantity I have on the other side, I'm just going to deduct that from this. So I think we need to deduct this second staircase here. Yeah, from this, I just saw it now. Deduct this also. So I'm only going to concentrate on this. So I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to measure only this. So the floor finishing, call this floor finishing walkway. Walkway. Click OK. And then measure. Going to stop. And then remove this point. Okay. Point here. So this is the square area for the walkway. So all you need to do is just whatever you have here for the square area, you deduct the square area for this. You deduct this from this, and it will give you the area you need to tile for the shops and so on. So the next is floor tiles and other floor finishing, which we can apply the same method. So the only thing is here we need to measure the one for the toilet separate. So I'm going to measure this. Floor and wall tiles, click OK. Then I'm going to measure the floor first. So mind you, you are also going to deduct this area from the suspended floor slab area too. So here we have this. So I'm going to change the name to this toilet and the kitchen. So this is only toilet or kitchen. Click OK. And then for the wall, all you need to do is just to insert the height. You can see it is 0 the moment I give the height, which is 0.33.35. Click OK. You can see we have everything ready here. So the next is the roof. So the last item to measure is roof, which is this. You can see this is the roof. This is the section. So for this roof, it's not going to take much time, but I'm going to leave the roof for you to measure. If you don't know how to measure this roof, you can check our previous video on roof masterclass, how to measure any type of roof. This is a very straightforward roof, and with the help of our template, because you can see it divided into section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. So with the help of our templates, you can measure it. You can see our templates comes in sections. So I'm just going to assume a dimension, just measure, just to show you something. So you can see we have all the sections here that you can leverage to measure this type of roof. So I'm going to leave this as an exercise. If you are done, you can just write your total square area in the comments so that we'll see who has the correct roof area. Then I will reply with the actual and correct roof area. So you can see we are done. Like I said, it is going to be less than 1 hour. So and the takeoff and the bill of quantity is not going to take more than 30 minutes. So basically to prepare something like this within an hour or 2 hours, you can prepare both the takeoff and the bill of quantity. It's not going to take you more than an hour and a half. Depends on how you master your tools and how you use our BrainBox expert system. So if you don't have the template, you can go and check the link in the description to get the template to streamline your takeoff. You cannot afford to waste much time on your bill of quantities. As a quantity surveyors, we have other issues too, tend to not only preparation of bill of quantity. Don't waste time on your takeoff and BOQ. Get a BrainBox expert system to streamline your quantity takeoff. So thank you for watching and see you in the next one.